Basking in the south of the Caribbean Sea lies Providencia. Known throughout its history as an island that's harboured pirates like Captain Morgan, it's a place where traditions live on.
Yes, me do that! I do that!
People still speak English Creole here, even though it's been part of Colombia for over 200 years. The island is a paradise, but there's something missing.
On one of the most idyllic beaches on one of the most idyllic islands in the Caribbean, why are there no tourists here?
The lack of holidaymakers seems almost bizarre, but it didn't happen by accident.
Getting to Providencia is actually really hard. For example, if you're coming from the UK, you have to get a flight from London to Bogota, and then get a flight from Bogota to a little Caribbean island called San Andreas, and then either get a rickety flight or a catamaran to Providencia. And it's not surprising as a result that there really aren't many tourists here. It's just too much of a hassle.
Providencia's isolation is nothing new. It was established by English Puritans, in part seeking isolation to practice their religion. Elkin Robinson is one of Providencia's biggest pop stars, and he proudly traces his ancestry back to his English relatives.
In the history, this island had been English always, and the Spanish always trying to take over the island.
He says there's a danger of Providencia losing its identity to the neighbouring mainland.
Colombia is a country with a lot of different culture. Everywhere you go is different. Different climate, different food, different music, different people.
But Providencia's isolation from the mainland has also hit its economy. Food and drink are, for example, much more expensive than on the mainland. And so, Colombia has committed to extending Providencia's airport so it can take international flights. Many of the locals are up in arms.
It's not going to happen. We are not going to permit it.
Sophia Huffington is leading the protest against the expansion. She fears what happened in the sister island of San Andreas sets a precedent.
They opened an airport in San Andreas in 1953 and start pulling away the territory from the people. So we have an example for them not to come and make the same mistake with us.
60 years after San Andreas got its international airport, there are now high-rise hotels, casinos and 40 times more tourists than Providencia. Crime is now a problem, and the locals are in a minority. However, other people in Providencia are more realistic about the benefits of visitors. Manuela and Rico rent out their spare room to tourists.
As soon as the government tried to open more to the tourists, people right away, it's like a strike. They all get together and they say, no, this is not what's going to happen here.
It's not like the big tourist companies haven't tried to get into Providencia. This spa hotel was built by a prospector, but it lies empty. The locals never allowed it to be opened, claiming it breached planning laws.
They will lose all those roots, all that culture, and they are just preserving it. In San Andres now the island has changed completely. The children are not even speaking the language anymore.
Spanish.
So Providence is afraid that this same thing will happen.
Although work has begun on the airport, locals have, for now, stopped the expansion. But Providencia's conundrum is a microcosm of the challenges that communities face from globalization across the world. Opening the island up would undoubtedly boost its economy, but the overdevelopment of the island of San Andreas means that many Providencians simply don't believe it's a price worth paying.
The tourism is important, but I don't feel like we live from tourism. I feel like the tourism live from us.